going on, guys? So I was just noticing and making these videos that before the dating mini-series, we have to go over one important topic. This isn't like anything in particular to the process that we're discussing, but it is part of the process. It's just that this specific type of thing that I'm going to talk about is like peppered in to different steps of the process. And what I'm going to talk about, guys, is choosing signals. I didn't always know what choosing signals were. Like, I knew that it was a thing, but I just didn't know that there was a word for it. And it's a thing. And it's going to help you. It's going to help you. So it's going to make it easier for you. It's going to facilitate moving through the filter faster. That filter where she might be vetting to like 10 different guys, maybe. Guys, these women are talking to a lot of dudes. They're not fucking everybody. But still, they are seeing some sort of value in this guy and they want to know more. But that's why it's like a filter. Just like school. After high school, less people go to college, and then less people go to post graduate degree, and then less people go to whatever the next level is. And what I want to talk about is, how do I know when I'm being sent, when I'm being sent choosing signals, and when I'm sending choosing signals? And how can I be sure that it is a choosing signal? Guys, this is a little bit of black and white because every girl is different. Certain girls send choosing signals, and I'll be honest with you, a big way that we use choosing signals is to confirm things. So I'm gonna start talking about choosing signals before the date and after the date. It's gonna be real simple. Before the date and after the date. Choosing signals before the date, like when you're like around and you're gonna meet her and stuff like that, and you don't have her phone number or anything like that, it's definitely a whole other part of the process. What I'm saying right now, it's before you even get the phone number. And the way we use choosing signals is that, you know, I've heard where girls go in like they play with their hair, or some girls' pupils will dilate. Now, I don't think that one's that good because no one's ever that close to the girl where he's going to be able to see her pupils dilating. But apparently that's a thing, so I do want to say that it's a thing because I'm aware of it. But the one that I use is the hair thing. I think that's a real, not definite signal, but it's the higher probability signal. Because there are so many things that women can do with their hair to make and send you a choosing signal. This is real game, guys. If you guys can, I'm telling you right now, this is something I didn't learn until recently, like maybe 3 or 4 years ago. But if you can put yourself in a situation where a girl's doing something and you might say, why is she doing that? That's weird. Girls don't do that. Each girl has a unique choosing signal, I think. And different type of women, you know, more masculine women have a different type of choosing signal than less masculine women, like more feminine. I think that the hair thing is more of a feminine choosing signal. If you're into feminine, masculine women, I don't really have too much experience with, really. But when a younger woman kind of leans over, I was like you know, anywhere from the ages of 20 to 30. I don't really see older women doing this first. I just don't. Like, I'm sure that there are other things, but it's just this isn't a feature that I've seen associated with a woman more of like my age. But not to stray away from the topic too much. So I'll give an example. I used to work at this office. Guys, listen, this is not a lie. None of this is lies. I know that maybe sometimes it may come off as this fantastical, like wannabe, or like, no. People who know me, I put this link on my handles on Instagram, Twitter, whatever it is, because this is all true stuff. All of this happened, and I'm not gonna say any names, but this is the way my life has played out, and this is what I've gotten from it. I used to work at this place where uh, I was sitting in an office, and it was kind of a situation where you have like a cubicle set up. I was training this girl, and I remember her coming over in the morning and having to kind of I wanted to show her something. I was training her a little bit, and she came over, and I remember, oh man, guys, she had this amazing, beautiful curly hair. And I remember her hair falling over my arm somewhat. That's a choosing signal. That is 120% a choosing signal. When a girl does something like physical contact, even in the slightest, they know what they're doing. They're not stupid. Women are really smart. And you will be doing a disservice to yourself to not pick up on those choosing signals, because a lot of women won't say it with their words. They want to say it with their body language. And I don't have a female mind, but I don't know. But if I had to guess, it's because, guys, a lot of the things that women have to like the hurdles they have are the same hurdles we have in relationships. But we have to be the ones that make ourselves more vulnerable in these choosing signals. Her doing something like that with me, that's very intimate. Whether she's draping her hair over you, whether it's, I don't recommend, if she sends you a physical choosing signal to start, that's great. That's a super green flag. I would not, as a man, try to do like a physical choosing signal on a woman. I wouldn't try to do it. It's not safe because of that Me Too shit that I was telling you guys. It's not safe because of the way that men are portrayed in just general media. And guys, it's just not... As a man, you don't want to be the guy that starts like immediate physical contact right away. You don't want to be that guy. Let her do it. Once she okays it, like if she did a physical choosing signal to me, then I would take that as, now I can do a physical choosing signal if I chose to. I wouldn't right away, but I would like to eventually. Now, what does that look like? I talked about what a woman sending me a choosing signal would be like. Now, what would be like something reciprocating that? And a lot of the time, guys, if she sends you a choosing signal and you don't send one back, she's going to think you don't like her. So I know I say all this shit that, like, you need to be more sporadic with your communication with her. But what matters is what happens during that communication. And what needs to happen in that communication is like, it's an equal I was saying like it's an equal distribution, like what I was saying about the messages. It's an equal distribution because it needs to be like a ping pong. So the choosing signal can't be above, it needs to be a match or less. You know me, I'm going to say it has to be less of a match. You want to keep her interested, don't do too much. If she does like something like, where she put her, I'll tell you what I did. This was at work, dude. So like, I'm really careful about what choosing signal I'm gonna do. So her hair was draped over my my forearm, shoulder area, and then I kind of just went over like this and put my cheek against her hair. That's pretty, without really doing shit. What did I do? I went like this. I didn't touch her. If anything, you could say it's something that I did just to reciprocate the choosing signal. So before the date, which is that kind of choosing signal, that's cool. I'm going to say something to you guys. Look at your fingernails. If you want to do any physical choosing signal, you need to make sure that your fingernails are looking right. If they're like medium, see, like there's no like hangnails and stuff like that. I try to make sure that my fingernails, like if I wanted to do a physical choosing signal, like it wouldn't gross her out. There's a lot of guys out here that, I get it. Hey guys, look, you work outside, that's fine. But don't forget, that shit needs to be clean. Because if you try to like reach over and she sees your nails, girls get creeped out by shit like that. So make sure that your nails are clean and build that reputation with her. One of the biggest reputations that you could build with a woman is your hygiene. You brush your teeth, you do your hair, moderate wardrobe, not anything spectacular. As long as you have like business attire, you should be good. Like if you ever wanted to go somewhere serious. But choosing signals when you guys are on a date. This is interesting. I would say that when you're on the actual date, you want to do a little more. Here's a case in point. I was on a date with a girl, and it was happy hour. We rolled up after work. We showed up. She got drinks. I got drinks. Now I said don't date girls from work. This is a mistake that I made. I did that once. But this relates to what I'm trying to show you, so we'll run with it for now. And we got drinks, whatever. And there was a point in time in the conversation where she got really comfortable for one reason or another. And she put her hands in my palms. And I was holding her hands like this. And I was like, oh, what's going on here? What is this? What do I do? So I kind of froze up because I wasn't expecting that. It was a coworker. And I kind of didn't. That's like the right thing to do, guys. If you're at an office party and a coworker gives you a choosing signal physically, just ignore it. Because remember what I said? I did go on a date with this girl, but eventually like it turned into nothing. Because I got that choosing signal and I kind of froze up because it's a coworker. I understood the magnitude of the situation. So I would say, like, if you got the only time I would kind of like not do anything is, but if it's not a coworker, it's free game, like I told you guys, like it's somebody that you see at the gym or at the laundry or something like that, totally do it. And what that looks like is, so girls have like a thing over here, like when they do their hair, they have a ponytail or whatever, and they'll have like hair that comes down here. I want you to wait the entire date for like, I don't know, some girls have it where their hair is tucked back behind the ear. If she has a ponytail, she may or may not have it tucked behind the ear. When it's down, I don't know, it's just very different. But one choosing signal you could do, if let's say for example her hair is like back behind the ears on both ears, and one goes like this, or even like if it's both like this, like just straight down, her hair is covering her ears, go up to her and go like this, like put one finger and go like this to her, and what you're gonna do there is kind of just put your hand behind her neck like this. Once she feels your hand behind her neck, just look at her like dead in the eyes. And then when she looks at you and you make like eye contact, just pull your hand back a little bit, like slowly, and then leave, and then she'll follow you. That's tight game. If you can create that kind of choosing signal, you have my respect. It takes a lot of confidence, guys, because to go in there and like do that, that's why I'm saying make sure that your fingernails are looking right, because she's gonna be looking at that, and she's not gonna let you get her close to her if your fingernails are looking busted. It's a lot of ground. It's a lot of ground to cover, guys, but it's totally fun. I love this shit. I love this kind of shit. I never came from a legacy of men that had tight game. This is all game that I learned with me and some of my boys. Guys, you'll learn a lot. I used to have one of my close friends that I used to run. We used to run a lot. We used to exercise a lot. We would go out, and some nights, I remember one time we out 10 nights in a row, something crazy like that, and we didn't miss. 10 nights in a row, guys, 10 nights in a row. But guys, it's all because we were confident, and we had this kind of discipline, and we were doing these kind of things, and we were checking the boxes, and we were doing the work. I hope you guys have a good new year, and I'm here to help you, and I hope you put this information to good use. All right, guys?